So we're on Linux this time. Actually, it gave me 4K on the video. You can tell as well on the camera. Bluetooth keyboard, anybody for Linux? Trying to connect. Okay. So it turns out you have to keep your finger on the connect button until it flashes. And we're connected. Yep. So on my list of Bluetooth options here, where are we? I have a Lime scooter. Somebody's left a Lime scooter outside the house and my Bluetooth has found it. Interesting. Okay, let's get cursor. We have cursor, yes. Google. Actually, this is one of my favorite little playlists. It reminds me of just where I've been in different countries working, coding away. Well, not working, but fooling around. So welcome back everybody. I had 3 crashes on Windows, now I've come to Linux. And we'll see how we go on. So welcome back everybody. I had 3 crashes on Windows, now I've come to Linux. I just want the chat in the side. Is that so difficult? text? Is the text big enough on the screen? It's probably okay. Okay, so there's a new cursor, which I'm going to download now. Might be a mistake. I need to try and fix the driver for this. It's a portable monitor screen. I've got the regular screen here, the laptop here, tablet here, but then the portable Asus thing is just a bit whack with Linux. I don't even think it's come on. There we are. And let's do that. Glad to be in Linux again anyway. That's a good sign, I think. Yep. Wow, so small everything. Time for some H2O top up. See if we've got a nice backup somewhere. I made a secondary folder in case. I've just caused myself a lot of problems with learning. AI is useful for coding, but to learn it on a big project that's you've been spending a lot of time on, it's not a good way to find out how much it can make mistakes and how easy. Costly. The reflection's strange, the terrain should not be white. Let's see what the latest version gives us. In the meantime, what are the recommended tools from Cursor? Interesting, gives you more interaction and connectivity with Git and Git Lens. I get the feeling it's a popular tool. Where was that? Git Lens. Ah, okay, there we go. All this pauses me waiting for the AI, by the way. Okay, I'm trying to switch to the master branch. Let's see if that helps.
Wanna forget
There we go, put the laptop in medium speed instead of slow. Sorry about that. Pause. I think I need balanced. I put it in the highest. That was just far too loud. I need to sort cursor out because actually I think maybe a new chat will do it because of the context. I think I've made a mistake. New chat. Finish. I'm always in the same chat and I think that's why it needs so many tokens and takes so long. Let's just run this and see what version it is. Okay, I'm learning a lot about cursor this week. To run yet. Okay, there we go. We have something. Frames are so much faster on Linux, it's quite surprising. Okay, let's try and go back. Where are we in the project? It's remote, not status. Oh, there's a code. Okay, we're in. I think I know what I need to do. So what I'm doing is I just want to explore my Git profile through Cursor. A change repository. Actually, I think I know what I need to do. I just need to close the project. Close folder. Open project. Can I do it on Git? No, it has to be clone repo. Clone from Git. Let me just see if you guys can follow along with this. Yes, I think so. And then I want this. Yeah. Desktop. New folder. Okay, it's downloaded. This is what happens when you skip the Git module in Uni. So we're downloading the bottom left. Okay, let's run the project. So we have one VS Code folder. What does that mean? Do we have more folders here? This don't look like a full project to be honest. Oh, it's here. Just view main. Yeah, it's got all the old Windows files. So this is, I think, yeah, so these files here, this is Windows structure. So I've given it some instructions on how to fix that, because I've done it a couple of times now on different builds, so I know what will come up. Looks like it was going to ignore some rules. Wait, have the rules disappeared? is looking for a Windows path for Bullet. I told it to get rid of all window paths. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT now. And I have a question for ChatGPT. I added rules for cursor yesterday on Linux for the AI. I went into Linux today and the rules are gone. It's the same OS but maybe a different DE desktop environment. Is that why? Strange. Yeah, so if you go from Plasma to Pop OS, the rules on cursor are saved in different locations and in different ways. I didn't know that. So it's time to stop jumping around to different libraries. And this is how you learn. Just don't quit. So who's out there? There's 6 viewers. I think somebody subscribed. It's been a wild hour across like 4 videos that crashed. I don't know what happened. Windows crashed, the GPU and OBS, which is the streaming software. I restarted a few times, went into Linux. I'm just restarting the whole build again from the Windows version, basically. And then as I'm doing that, I'm learning things the hard way on Linux. Yeah, brother. I'm glad somebody recommended me. I'm not recommending me right now. I am now, but not then. Windows library files are corrupted. Which ones? I can handle that if it's ones I need to replace. The ones that I'm going to rebuild anyway. Yeah, Bullet, that's fine. I don't think it's corrupted. I think it's just not compatible. Where are you calling from? 13 people watching now. That's a record in the last 3 days. But it's quite low compared to what it used to be. I get the viewers when nothing's working. It looks cool anyway, right? Linux, AI. Always allow that. So the red text is the real linker errors normally. Why is it looking for in Windows directories? I think what cursor tends to do is it will print out all of your errors, but it only reads like the last 20 lines, like the last 20 trailing lines, so then it thinks it's fixed your errors because it's only checked the last 20 lines of the debug output. So it'll run it again, then there's more and more. Okay, is that going to work? Let's see. So this, if you've not seen before, I don't know if you can see the review button, but this is to see the The red is what it's getting rid of, and the green is what it's recommending. It's just changing the location of the file. We're no longer on Windows. Good, now we're getting different errors, so it's glad it means you're making progress. A new error is always progress, by the way. You should know that if you're a coder. Usually. It means you fixed the old thing that's broke. You fixed your broken wheel, and now you find out the handbrake is broken, but at least you've made progress. So I saw there was like I don't know, a project that had like 1 million lines of code. I guess it had taken years and a team, and Cursor destroyed the project, and the CEO, the director, or probably the boss of Cursor apologized on X, on Twitter, which I thought was interesting. Okay, we're getting further down. We're installing, what package is that installing? GLM for linear algebra, maths. People who are into want to get into game engines and don't know maths, GLM is what you will use. Rotations, translations, moving things in 3D space. The GLAD library is there, that's an OpenGL tool. What's that? That's a bullet issue in the Windows path. Different errors, it always says good progress. And there's different errors. So there's 10 people watching, so based on my experience of maybe a year of streaming, there's probably 7 people that are more knowledgeable than me and 3 people that aren't. It's usually the chat teaching me. And the corrupted Windows libraries. This is all just moving the project from depending on Windows to being agnostic, which you say it doesn't matter if it's Windows or Linux or Mac, kind of. Yeah, that's a lot of GLAD errors. But I think one change will probably fix all of those. Where are you guys and girls all based? Anyone east of the UK? By the way, subscribe. I only need 475 more viewers till YouTube will pay me for ads. 500 is the first milestone, which I got last time I streamed. All this for one GLAD error. I think if I looked at it and I could probably just tell it what to do, it might have been quicker. No. Yeah, I mean, I've been coding for 18 months on this project, and I only started with Cursor in the last, I don't know, I think I've had 4 streams. So I agree with what you're saying. But this is just this is more. This is not changing like hardcore code. It's just switching from Windows dependency to Linux, which I've already done 3 times. Yeah, long story. But yeah, I do agree. We was talking about it yesterday on the channel. But I think you kind of have to learn where the sweet spot is, where the AI can help and where it can't. I saw a tweet today saying Cursor fixed 100 files, wrote 10,000 lines of code, rebuilt 3 tools and did all this in 1 hour. It was amazing to see, but none of it worked. And I thought, yeah, I understand. Actually, I've seen that tweet a couple of times. Also, as I've learnt Cursor, I gave it some rules to follow, but I loaded in a different Linux environment, desktop environment, and I didn't know the rules would be, they weren't saved across all environments. I don't know much about Linux environments, not as far as this. I've usually used Linux for like 3 months and then gone back to Windows, and I've done that maybe every 3 years for like 30 years, almost 25 years. Linux has just been cool, but I would never say I was like an expert. Not even close. But I was using Linux when it wouldn't play any game. Now you can probably play almost every game on Linux. Cyberpunk. I know there's some people out there in the autistic world that just like to watch a stream like this and just see all these numbers and these bugs being fixed. Yeah, but maybe I think in 1 year that opinion will be outdated. That's my view. And also it depends what you're working on. Like when I first incorporated ChatGPT a year ago, people were saying the same thing, like you shouldn't even ask it questions. And at the time that was right, because it gave a lot of bad answers. But I could just see that in a year nobody would think like that anymore. And so we're now in a new space. But yeah, I think you need to be at least like a senior level coder, whatever that means nowadays, to use a tool like this on a big project. But a lot of the time I will know when it's saying something that's not accurate. But the problem is, I mean, look at it. It's telling me 100 things. Nobody's reading that. But just to reiterate what I said, it's just going through the directory files and the structure, and that'll be fine. You're the #1 fan. Often I listen to these conversations from 5 years in the future, and this will all be irrelevant. Yeah, I agree, Joel. It depends on what you're working on. I know what you're saying. Yeah, but also for me, I like to learn. Like, it's my own project, and I'm not using like Unreal or Unity because obviously for a reason. But if I get stuck in an area for a while, as I did with animation, I just put the code in and be like, yo, why is this not working? And it might fix it in a minute, and it's just something you could overlook for so long sometimes. I think the problem is, depending on your age, older people don't adapt. And I might be in that category. And it's like when the calculator came out and everyone's like, oh, you're cheating. Again, what does that sound like in 5 years' time? Or 10 years' time? It's not going anywhere. So then people will be coding purely because they just really love to code. Neither do I, so I'd be purely useless in that. Yeah, this is getting ridiculous now. Thinks it might build now. Yeah, if you've only joined in the last 10 minutes, I've just reloaded my project folder from an older version because the AI destroyed something. It looked like it destroyed one of my shaders in the engine, but the shader was fine, so I don't know where the error was coming from. And I think I had it saved, so yeah, it's relevant to the conversation. Yeah, it does do some unrelated things. Or I'll ask it to fix one thing, and whilst it's doing that, it will say it's found another error and fix that, and it's not always a mistake. So, why is the AI trying to compile manually? That makes no sense. Again, from a proper build system. Yeah, if I understand your question, I do have a build system, but all the files were, I mean, they were Windows files for start lib files, so it's gone and got the SO files, and a lot of my paths, like what you see here, were like C drive, then my name, desktop, Windows users, blah blah blah. So I've just told it to build, and then it's just got carried away fixing everything. Yeah, let me show you. Show me the old error log. I'm just building, so there's no need for me to go into that. This is not what we're stuck on. It's just frozen. I think it's we're having trouble connecting to the model provider. Nice. See if we're connected. So I'm on a paid version of Cursor, and I think I ran out of tokens. So it's just on the auto toggle, if you've seen it, which just picks a model for you and sort of gives you some free tokens. Although I'm pretty sure ChatGPT is free until the 13th of the 8th midnight. That'll be American time, so that should still be free now. But then what happens is, if you go to a different model, it will it might start again. So I'll keep the chat open. Build projects. Yeah. I think you just said that as I did. I forgot actually. Although I think yesterday when I was using it, it said my tokens are empty, so I didn't know if it was that as well. I won't mean to dish you by not showing you the output, by the way. It's just that I've been here like 3 times this week. And there's so many things I can learn from everyone in the chat, but sometimes it's just a distraction. Like it's 3 AM and I'm melting with all the lights and it's just red hot in the UK. And if you didn't subscribe, I'm definitely not showing you. Yeah, I would definitely pay for so I've paid for Cursor, but I'm only like, I think I'm 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks through the 4.5 week month. And it's saying, it estimated that I wouldn't run out until the 21st, which is the day before my renewal. And then it just said they ran out. But the next package is very expensive. Like for someone who's like a full-time dev, this is just a hobby. So I'd want something in between. Okay, so you're using AI with Unreal Engine. Is that just like in a box to the side, or is it integrated? Okay, let me put my laptop on fast mode because we just want some speed for building. Obviously a lot of the slowdown is because of the AI speed. That's all server based. But let me just put my laptop on some power. It's like some GLFO files are missing. I think I made a video about 6 months ago, but it's only maybe 10 videos back, or 12, of all the features in the engine. It's probably titled, and there'll be a proper thumbnail. It's like physics and fog. water, obviously terrain generation, terrain editing, so you can like escape and craft the mountains. It's quite a basic tool. Text, a physical, invisible character but that navigates through the terrain. Yeah, ChatGPT seems to be doing this better and faster. I might have to pay for this. Is it all still a GLAD error? Anyone got any experience of putting a new Android on top of a tablet? My tablet came with Android 15. It's new, but 16's out. And on Android 16, I think you can run a native version of Linux. To move to the CMake boot system, it's painful watching some moving files and incomplete boot commands. Yeah, but the thing is, if I do that, I would have to learn more of CMake, and I'm just trying to get the project running. But I'm glad it's causing someone else some stress as well. I specifically told it not to use CMake, because when I first set this up a few days ago, it was running fine. It was just using the VS Code folder. I'm sure you're familiar with it. And it was just fine. I was just working on my engine, and then I think it was a new AI that was selected, and so it just started to rebuild it all in CMake. And that's how we got here. Go watch the video. What fire was missing there? Yeah, it's like, I think it's looking for a direction that doesn't exist.
Can provide for everyone.
So that is a, that's just a path error. So this should have been easier to fix. And this is an error as well. What it's done, it might be one of the main errors is, but why not use? I've never used, so I came from Visual Studio. I've used Visual Studio for 5 years in Windows, and I've used it a few times, like for other projects that aren't mine, just for building. But I came to Linux. Sometimes you just have to watch people get things wrong. It's 3 AM and I'm not going to learn CMake at 3 AM. Yeah, so Bullet, I don't know if you use Bullet Physics. There's a few different packages and you can build it with something to do with the floats, the precision, floating point precision. And I think it's rebuilt from source. And that, yeah, use double precision. It's done it the wrong way to my code. This is a good argument for a game engine right now. What time is it where you are? Cool, Joel. I won't say good night. I don't know where you're from, but maybe I'll check you again. .30. Hope that's not AM. Well, I guess it is. I'll be sleeping soon. These are IMGUI errors. That's a bullet error. So none of those would have been solved by CMake. I might have a look at CMake tomorrow, but not this time. Yeah, I think that's a bad idea. It wants to change the precision in bullet. That's going to create new errors. Also, this is a new version of Cursor that I downloaded 1 hour ago. I've noticed there's a few little differences. didn't see that. Were you here yesterday? Can you elaborate on that? That's for server, right? Or not? Wolfak. Homie from Ukraine. Cool picture. Elaborate on your comment. I'm new to Linux, although I'm pretty sure I was using that npm. The app I made some server, some local server. I don't know if it's connected. It was like last week. What is it doing? Deleting files. Okay, I'm going to the bathroom. Don't let it destroy my work. It's making a directory. Yeah, so that's what I was using for my last project with NPM. But I didn't see what you was referring to. Bathroom break there. I'm on Pop OS because apparently it has good NVIDIA driver support. Because I'm using multi-screen. It's a laptop with NVIDIA, and there's 2 screens, and then there's this little screen here. By the way, I'm new to Linux. I mean, I've dabbled often, but always on a PC. Oh, you might be able to answer my question. This is a portable laptop monitor, by the way. It's not very good at Linux. It's fine on Windows. I want Android 16 on my tablet because you can run Linux natively, apparently. I don't know if you have any experience with that. My tablet is quite new. It's got power, but it came with Android 15, and I don't know how to get 16 on. I don't mind a little hack, but I don't want to kill it, basically. I read that it had the best NVIDIA support out of the box. To be fair with Linux, people, in my experience, people always tell you to use whatever they like, right? Live and let live. I used Arch. I think Arch was what I downloaded to USB. It was corrupted. I think it was a USB stick in the end. And then when I got back around to doing it again a month later, my only investigation was because I couldn't get the second screen running or the third screen. And now these work out of the box, except the driver's a bit dead on the portable.
You all have interesting characters, but some of them are all hidden. I wonder why you all want to dress always the same.
What's it doing?
The same hats, the same coats. I'm sure all of you are interesting and have wonderful things about you. But looking at
Can
you
we?
on the
Let's see.
street,
Where's the debug gone?
you all look so much the same. Try and express yourselves better.
Okay, well that ran. What was wrong before? I made the engine a bit transparent. As you can see, it might not have been the best idea. Just on OBS, streaming something. Okay, well it's fixed what was broke. See, that should have took a minute. It took an hour. And a few viewers had a meltdown. Because I wouldn't do it their way. The thing is, people can suggest things and often they're right. But they've come in the conversation halfway through. So I just can't take every suggestion. And other times I'm just wrong, and then a week later I'll be like, that person was right. But you never know who you're dealing with in a chat room. Okay, so what's missing is the water is not there. And the skybox, which makes a dramatic difference. So that should be easy to... I know why that's not working. No, I'm self-taught, so I'd probably say... like, I'm self-taught, I've only ever worked on my own projects. But once you've been coding a few years, you like... I don't know if I'd call myself a junior, but obviously I've got a lot of bad habits. So I wouldn't want to call myself a senior. I don't think that'd be right. You might want to say senior potential, but I need a mentor for a year or something. Like I've been around senior coders on my travels recently, and they couldn't build an engine. Obviously, I'm using AI now, but for the cursor's new for me, like a week. Or maybe a month, but I've not really used it. So I might just be like, I don't know, what's in between junior and senior? Okay. But yeah, like, I've never had a job in coding really. How about yourself? If you type on YouTube MMO Nottingham RPG, when I used to live in Nottingham, I self-taught to get on a master's in computer science because my BA was not computer science. So I learned C++ by making a 2D MMO, but it was basically I drew on Photoshop my city, like Starbucks and the trams and the market square of my city, and then I coded it, and it was a simulation. It was a bit of a network, but I spent maybe 8 or 10 months on that, and then I realized I was getting quite into it. I was going full Asperger's, and I thought I need to learn 3D, but there's some YouTube videos of that project. I should change my channel name to Senior Dev though, and I think a few people would have a meltdown. What's going on here? Oh, I'm still running the engine. Wait, I don't think I was. Yeah, maybe I was. My stream is like 5 minutes behind. Yeah, there you go. So you got you've got the skybox now, and I guess we'll have the water in a minute. Yeah, why is it not moving the water? That seems to be a common problem here. So these tools with the terrain and the plate, the time of day for the sun, they were broken on a previous build. The AI broke them, and I just couldn't track the bug down in like 2 hours. So this is why I've rebuilt from my GitHub. Yeah, I think I need to do the water again. Anyone around in chat being inspired or uninspired? It's all the same to me. If you respond in conversation, you'll help the algorithm. Yeah, you see you got like a reflection, but it's not moving, which would be a timer variable. That's interesting. I've seen reflection FBO as well. Let's add the grid, add the water. Change the views. Top down view. Origin view. Flat on the Y view. Isometric view. Sort of. Check the water animation shaders and tell me the variables that it relies onto animation. because the water isn't moving. Time apparently. Wavy coordinates from time. Previous, next. Uniform float time. And that is, where are we? Phys H. Where's the file that should send this uniform? So a uniform, if I can remember anything, is a variable that is sent from the CPP or from the processor, from your code to the shader, so from your code to the graphics card. So the time. And this has never been a problem until a recent build. I guess it's maybe just in a water shader file. Let's have a look. Water renderer, I believe. And then we just need time. Move time, maybe it's move time. Let's have a look. Yeah, move time. Well, we just said time, also said local. Move time, where's it gone? Location time. Yeah, look, that's there, that's there, that's there, that's there, that's there. But location time doesn't get sent. Seems to be this portion of code, maybe. Should it be called time or move time? Considering the fizz debug shader. Add it. How does something like this go missing? What's a .v? Let's have a look in here. Wait, time location was there. It was just trying to delete. This is how this happened in the first place. It's trying to delete the time of day and add in the time that's passed for the water moving. So that was going to fix it and break something else. Alright, so show me what you've done. Oh, it was here. Move time. So it was done there then. It was being done. It's passing the global time. Ah, but maybe move time. Okay, so this is all a waste of time. No pun intended. This and this does the same, I believe. But this one will just use the current shader. Whereas I think this binds the shader so you can bounce between. So this might mean it's not going to fix it. Oh wait, I think there was some errors there. Maybe. On the shader and water shader as well. Run the build. Actually, the first console out. Output. Testing the FX file. That's with some. That's font debugging. It only comes at once. Okay guys, it's gonna be a good night for me. Hit subscribe and I'll see you tomorrow. It will be 5 hours earlier than it is now when I'll stream, maybe 6 hours.